Okay, guys, in this video, I will share all my NBA betting model projections, and I will also highlight two potentially good bets from my NBA betting model. And at the end of the video, I will also answer one question. So let's start with the first game, Miami Heat against Toronto Raptors -1+1. Those are my projected spread, and bookmakers -3.5 +3.5. So I'm looking for a little bit bigger discrepancy. Initially, the betting model was made to look for 7 point discrepancy, but the market is much sharper. So anything around five is good. Or it's worth taking or considering to be a bet. But of course, the NBA is very tricky. It is probably one of the worst markets to bet currently, especially in the last 2-3 years, because of those late scratches, late injuries. They sit players, they don't take it seriously. It is more like a show. I was impressed with NHL right now when they had four League Nations Cup. It was amazing fights, passion. They are playing. So, as a sports fan, I didn't watch many games for last couple of years because I was working a lot on sports betting. Right now, I have a little bit more time, a little bit more freedom, and I will probably watch NHL a little bit more. Of course, because of time zone, but NBA is definitely not sport that I will watch a lot. But of course, we can go through the numbers, and if you bet on NBA and if you follow the players' lineups and so on, you can use them in the betting model. And in the first game, I don't see a lot of value. Pelicans Dallas Mavericks -3, -4.5, only 1.5 difference between my numbers and bookmakers' numbers. So I would stay away from this game. Minnesota Houston -3, my line, bookmakers -5, also a 2 point difference. Of course, no betting model is perfect. That's why bigger discrepancies are something we're looking for. Golden State Sacramento -1+1, so 50-50 game. I would stay from this game as well. And then we have Memphis against Orlando. If there are no late scratches or if there is no other injuries or other information that I don't know, Orlando plus 3.5 is potentially good bet in this game. I have them as a small favorite at home, -1.5. Then we have Knicks, Cleveland Cavaliers -8.5, bookmakers -7.5. So small lean with Cleveland to cover -7.5. Detroit Pistons against San Antonio. This is interesting game because San Antonio, they will play without Wembanyama. He's out for the season, but I don't believe that they will just say goodbye to the season. They will probably play. And my betting model has San Antonio even without him in the lineup at -2, bookmakers plus 4.5, maybe a little overreaction. Maybe also they will need to start playing with him, which will be something new. But anyway, based on my projections, we can check this game because I think this is the biggest discrepancy between my lines and bookmakers lines. So Detroit, they are playing in Eastern Conference. They're 29-26. San Antonio 23-29, but they're also playing in a tougher division, a tougher league, and record is on Detroit Pistons side. But once we check these numbers, they are very similar. So points per game, similar ranking. Also points against, also very similar. I don't see much advantage or much disadvantage here. And on the right side, I have all the players. So Bismarck Biombo will be instead of Wembanyama. So we can just ignore this because I have all the players that I took for this game. So Bismarck Biombo, not a lot of points, but other players might step up. I have the Aaron Fox as the best player for San Antonio in today's game, and Kate Cunningham for Detroit. So probably San Antonio plus 4.5 would be my best play in today's NBA, with also Orlando plus 3.5. So both home underdogs, okay? Utah against Oklahoma. I have Oklahoma at -12.5. Of course, huge favorites. But maybe this line of -15 from bookmakers is a little bit too much. Maybe Utah can cover this spread. At least I have a little bit smaller spread. Milwaukee, Washington. I have Washington plus 6.5, bookmakers plus 8, which is very close. Okay, so At least based on numbers, San Antonio plus 4.5 without Wembanyama, but still plus 4.5 is probably the best play. So that's it for me today. Whatever decide to take, I wish you good luck. And at the end of the video, I will also answer one question from someone. And good luck. So the question I received: how do you make analysis, and does it take lots of time? So first of all, I understand that if you want to make money in sports betting in the long run, you will start to use numbers and analysis. So, and there are different ways how to use it. I'm not programmer. I'm not especially smart. I don't know. I don't. I can code. So I use Google spreadsheets. I do this for years, and I previously also used Excel. So I simply sit down and I simply type the teams, copy paste, take the data, and I make my own analysis. I create my own betting models. For example, to finish all the games today for 5 leagues, I think it was 25 minutes. Okay, that's it. So 25 minutes. I analyzed. This is like what 50 games. 10 games for each league or something like that, 40 50 games in 25 minutes. I think this is pretty good, because if you want to really analyze every single game with all the stats, with all the news, because statistics is basically information turned into the numbers. And what you want to do, you want to use these numbers, basically information, put them together into some software so it can analyze and give you the probabilities. This is the goal. And there are different ways how to do this. You can use software, some software, you can use Python, you can use Excel, you can use Google spreadsheets. But the worst thing is that people think that there is no work, that they don't need to do anything, that they just that good analysis will just fall from the sky, or that Santa Claus will do them. Analyze this is not going to happen. So I simply sit down, take a cup of coffee, and I start analyzing, typing teams, analyzing, and creating betting models. Try to, when things are not going well, I sit down, I look at the numbers, I try to improve it. I look at formulas, I take books, I try to find answers, and I try to improve it. That's it. Instead of doing something else, I don't know, instead of watching movies, instead of, I don't know, playing outside, I sit down in front of computer and I make analysis. There is no other way, unless some robots will do this. But once the robots will do this, also bookmakers will make this analysis, right? So yes, I simply sit down and make analysis. Okay, it depends. For baseball, I use, I don't know, 15 minutes. For, as I said, for 50 games. For soccer, I use 25 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. That depends on the sports, and it depends how many games or how many sports I want to do. In the past, when I was younger, when I needed to bet much more, to build a bankroll, to make more money. I was doing a lots of analysis every single day. Sometimes I woke up at 5 in the morning. I was making analysis for a whole day, and I was building. Right now, I'm not in that position anymore. I don't need to bet every single league, every single sport, but this is how it is. So if you ask any successful sport better, or any better, or any successful person in the world, everyone will tell you that there was a lot of hard work for this. And yes, nothing will fall for the sky from the sky, right? So yes, sit down and do the work. Simply as that. Thank you.